Let's dance. Put on your red shoes and dance the blues. Let's dance to the song they're playing on the radio. Let's sway while colour lights up your face. Let's sway through the crowd to an empty place. If you say run, I'll run with you. If you say hide, we'll hide. Because my love for you would break my heart in two, if you should fall into my arms and tremble like a flower.
Hello.
Guten Tag.
Hello and welcome to yet another episode of the This Are Johnny Domino podcast, a light-hearted musical podcast wherein myself, Steve, and my brother Giles talk about songs from our musical past, present, and future.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, bro.
How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right.
Excellent.
And life is okay. I think this podcast might be a bit low-key, though. I think we're going to let the music do the talking today.
Possibly, you know.
A little bit. We've got loads to play, though, haven't we?
We have.
Yeah.
Shall we go straight into it, or do you want to talk about something else?
What were the lyrics that I was doing there, Steve?
Well, the lyrics that you were singing, they were Let's Dance by the David Bowie Band.
No, they weren't.
Oh, were they Let's Dance by the M Ward Band?
It was M Ward, yeah. It was M Ward's version.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a big fan of the David Bowie version. It's good. Obviously, the original. It's groovy, obviously. Nile Rodgers.
Yeah.
I think M Ward gives it a more romantic and tinkling kind of interpretation.
He does.
And it's got some sad harmonica on it and some scratchy acoustic guitars, and he wrings the emotion out of it. So if you haven't heard that, it's on the album Transfiguration of Vincent,
yes,
2003. M Ward. It's a classic. It's one of my favourite albums.
You know, that album was the soundtrack to the most important summer of my life.
Really?
It was the soundtrack.
I did not know that.
It was the sound of me meeting the now Mrs. Domino.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That was absolutely the soundtrack to it. And
yeah.
I think it was an album that I bought for several people as well.
I think you bought it for me.
I loved it so much. I bought it for like random people I'd met on the internet as well. Which is you need to hear this.
When I thought I was going to mention it in this podcast. I did not realise it had such a fundamental place in your musical archive or whatever.
Yeah.
It's reappeared in my life at many key points.
Yeah.
And last week, I did get married.
Yes.
Well, we got married. Me and Tracy got married. And we used it as our first dance, didn't we?
Yes, you did.
Yeah. But my brother did a nice kind of mashup where it went into the David Bowie version.
He's very talented, your brother, isn't he?
You did a good job, man.
I remember when the Bowie version was number one.
Do you?
Yeah, Bowie scared the crap out of me.
You did a bit.
He really did. He's a really weird man.
Well, he was a weird man. But, you know, we're weird men now.
I must have been like 10 at the time. It was 83, I think, wasn't it?
You were a sensitive child, man.
Yeah, but just like when he starts like screaming at me and talking about trembling like a flower, you know, it's odd. It's an odd sound.
It is an odd sound.
Hear as a child, it's a very weird sound. Your wedding was a lovely day.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Went like a blur the whole day. You spend all this time like planning something, and you know you think all these things are going to happen and stuff, and speeches or whatever, and then it all goes by like in an absolute lightning flash, you know, and then it was all over. But yeah, it was good. It all went well. I was very happy with it, and married life is going okay at the moment.
Excellent.
Early days, but you know it's going quite well.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Yeah.
But so far, everyone turned up. Everyone said the right things.
Oh man, and you had a bit of a dance.
I did.
That was good to see, man. That was good to see.
Well, your mate did some good DJing.
Yeah. You know, that's the first time I've seen you dancing for about 20 years, man. It was freaking brilliant. It made my day.
Yeah, well, you know.
And, you know, and that's a lot to say it was my wedding day, but it really did.
when your daughter says, come and dance, she's not going to ask that many times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's a teenager, so I'm going to say yes.
You got to do it, haven't you, man? Anyway, onwards.
Yes. This is This Our Johnny Domino podcast, and we did a song for the PRF monthly tribute, which last month, May 2026, was all about songs by the Byrds.
And we decided, as we kind of sometimes do, not to do a Byrds cover.
Well, we did have we had a conversation, didn't we, about the fact that neither of us really think anything either way about the Byrds.
No, Steve. You see, what you're doing here, you're rewriting history. You told me that you didn't have an opinion either way about the Byrds.
Or was it me?
And it was you. I actually quite like some of the Byrds, and I've got an opinion about them. I really like the country stuff. You know, Sweetheart of the Rodeo is one of my favourite songs to sing along to in the shower. I actually love it.
Okay.
But you expressed the idea that you had no opinion either way about the Byrds. So I thought that would be a good thing to write a song about. And last episode, we were talking quite a lot about the band Half Man, Half Biscuit. And we were opining the fact that it would be great if that was the choice for the band for the PRF monthly tribute series. And that would never happen. No one's going to choose Half Man, Half Biscuit. So we just thought, sod it. Let's just do a Half Man, Half Biscuit song for Byrds month, really. So yeah, we wrote a song, didn't we, Steve? It's kind of about vinyl night, which is something I've been threatening to talk about on the podcast for a while, because I've been going to vinyl night and it's been quite fun, actually. Got some of my observations about that situation as well. I'm sure some of our listeners might go to a vinyl night at their local pub, possibly. If they don't, get into it. It's kind of fun. We'll start one up.
Hey ho, let's go to vinyl night. It's the best night of the week, where we can play our records, nurse a pint, and we never have to speak. Vinyl night's no night for fighting. Get your ale and scratchings in. Vinyl night's alright. Let's set this sucker alight. Daydream Nation caused a big sensation. Kraftwerk part-time got laid off. Mouths hang open, aging hearts are broken. The most astounding thing you've ever heard. That it's the most astounding thing you've heard. You are most astounded, it's the word. It's the most astounding thing you've heard. That I have no opinion about the Byrds.
I like that bit of Morrissey there.
No King Crimson, Metallica, and I'm gone. Steely Pam and Fuzzy Pete. Give me reggae singles, Gouty Chosen shingles. Box set, rock set, Ganji Crew and Joan Jett. It's the most astounding thing you've heard. The most incredible thing you've heard. That I have no opinion. That I have no opinion about the Byrds. I have no opinion about the Byrds. That I have no opinion about the Byrds. I have no opinion about the Byrds. When you're gone.
There you go. So I was writing that from your point of view, Steve.
But I've never been to a vinyl night.
It's like, it was a construction, man.
It's interesting you're talking about Sweetheart of the Rodeo, because that's one of the reasons why I don't really like the Byrds.
What?
In particular, the song The Christian Life.
That's a good song.
But Roger McGuinn's vocal. is dreadful.
Oh, man.
He puts on this sort of like real shit kicker. Well, gee, sir, I'm a Christian boy. And then on the CD, you get to hear Graham Parsons' vocal.
Yeah.
Now, Graham Parsons was a very spoiled rich boy, but he definitely had the alcohol dependency, which we tend to associate with country music. And at least when he sings it, you kind of get the feeling that he believes it.
Yeah, this is sincerity there, yeah?
Yeah, and I think McGuinn's vocal, it just really, that's the sort of thing that just winds me up.
It's kind of goofy, but I don't know, maybe they were trying to make a bit of a comedy record, just like we just tried to, I guess, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the Byrds, yeah, I quite like some of the stuff. They kickstarted the folk rock revolution. The first hit was Mr. Tambourine Man. Great little tune there by somebody else.
There's a lot of their songs are by somebody else.
They went through some changes. In 1967, David Shagger Crosby was dismissed, wasn't he? Shagger Crosby. Just after he'd done a song called Triad. Yeah. Well, he said they chucked him out because he was an asshole. That's the word he used. But I think people kind of got fed up with him, kind of telling them to just, he was kind of sort of saying, just do my songs. Yeah, basically. But yeah, Triad's a particular favourite. No one did that. There was lots of discussion on the group chat about somebody doing Triad as a song. But Steve, I mean, what do you think about that as a song?
It's pretty awful. I mean, it is basically, it's a conversation where David Crosby is saying, oh, I'm in love with both of you lovely ladies. Why don't we just try something new? Why don't we go on as three?
A menage a trois.
A menage a trois.
I believe it's called.
Yeah, and the second verse is when he goes, oh, your mother is standing.
Oh yeah, I've got the lyrics.
You do the. I don't want to mess them up.
Your mother's ghost stands at your shoulder, face like ice, a little bit colder. So, she's not very, she's
not very happy.
Anyway, you want to know how it will be, me and her, or you and me. You both stand there, your long hair flowing, your eyes still alive, your mind still growing.
Horrible.
It's kind of a bit regressive. But yeah, he got chucked out. And then they went on to do some other stuff, which I don't really like. Well, no, then they went on to do the country stuff, which I do like.
Yeah.
And then after that, it all went a bit shit. Graham Parsons left after one album, didn't he?
It was a complicated man.
Yeah.
A bit of a hanger-on for the Stones, but, he did some great stuff.
Yeah. Do you need me to analyse the lyrics on our song, No Opinion About the Byrds?
No, I think it's fairly clear. I like the vision of Vinyl Night is really good because you get a pint and you don't have to speak. I think that says a lot about you.
That's 100%.
Yeah, accurate.
It is indeed.
And I like the idea of Daydream Nation causing a sensation. Was that just a handy rhyme?
It rhymed.
The This Our Johnny Domino podcast. It's got bongos.
So yeah, Byrds Month on the PRF monthly tribute series was quite productive, really.
Mm-hmm.
There were a number of good tracks. Frankie Machine turned out to be the winner, and up until the other day, that was the other song that we might feature on the podcast. It is good. I'd urge you to go and listen to it. Link in the podcast notes. But we've decided to play a different track, another late entry by Motorcade One, which is an astounding piece of work, using the word astounding again. It's like my current word. But it is an astounding piece of work.
It absolutely
is. And
is.
it's a cover of the song Chestnut Mare, which is a Roger McGuinn, Jack Levy composition. And they co-wrote this in 1969 for a planned country rock musical, believe it or not, called Gin Trip or something. Gin Trip. Gene Trip. An adaptation of Ibsen's play, Peer Gynt. And it was never staged. But Motorcade One do a very good version of it, which we're going to play now.
Always alone, never with a hurt. Prettiest mare I've ever seen, you have to take my word. I'm gonna catch that horse if I can. up on Stony Ridge after this chestnut mare. I'd been chasing her for weeks. Oh, I'd catch a glimpse of her every once in a while, taking a meal or bathing. A fine lady. This one day I happened to be real close to her. I saw her standing over there, so I snuck up on her, nice and easy. Got my rope out, and I flung it in the air. I'm gonna catch that horse if I can. And when I do, I'll give her my brand. And we'll be friends for life. She'll be just like a wife. I'm gonna catch that horse if I can. Well, I got her, and I'm pulling on her, and she's pulling back like this mule going up a ladder. And I take a choice, and I jump right up on her. Damned if I don't land right on top of her. She takes off, running up the ridge, higher than I've ever been before. And she's running along just fine till she stops, and something spooked her. It's a sidewinder, all coiled and ready to strike. She doesn't know what to do for a second, but then she jumps off the edge, me holding on. Above the hills, higher than eagles been flying, suspended in the sky. Above the moon, straight for the sun, we were riding. My eyes were filled with light. I'm gonna catch that horse if I can. And when I do, I'll give her my brand. And we'll be friends for life. She'll be just like a wife. I'm gonna catch that horse if I can. And we're falling down this crevice, about a mile down I'd say. I look down and I see this red thing below us coming up real fast, and it's our reflection in this little pool of water, about 6 foot wide and 1 foot deep, and we're crawling down right through it. We hit and we splashed it dry. That's when I lost my hold and she got away. But I'm gonna try and get her back someday. I'm gonna catch that horse if I can. And when I do, I'll give her my brand. And we'll be friends for life. She'll be just like a wife. And we'll be friends for life. She'll just be like a wife. I'm gonna catch that horse if I can. I'm gonna catch that horse if I can.
I think the word that you used to describe it was demented.
It's surreal. It's surreal.
I mean, the lyrics are nuts.
The lyrics are mad, obviously, because the lyrics are from this musical about a cowboy
Yeah.
taming a wild horse,
Yeah.
with a terrible subtext of, well, this definitely, it comes across more with Ian's vocals than it does on the original, to be fair. It sounds more seedy in that Derby accent.
Yeah.
And it's just really odd.
You have to focus on the lyrics, don't you, when it's Ian doing it in a Derby voice.
I can't think of anything other than him like riding around on Mark Eaton Park, you know.
Oh God. The thing about I'm going to give her my brand, it's a horrible image.
Yeah. Well,
she'll be just like a wife.
This was after David Shagger Crosby had left.
Did he leave these lyrics lying around?
No.
Did someone just pick up and go,
No, it's nothing to do with him. So, yeah. Well done, Ian. Very good. I thought that one should have won, but there you go.
What do we know?
What do we know? We've got terrible taste if you're aiming to win friends and influence people.
Too right.
We like to be by ourselves. Why don't you rack off and leave us alone?
The PRF monthly tribute series continues for a bit longer. It is going to come to an end soon. So I'm sure we'll feature some more songs as it goes on. Should we have an advert?
This is me, thinking as usual about Dave. Dave is super. Dave can do anything. Oh, he's great. He really is. When pow, up pops my fairy godmother with a "I'll give you 3 wishes" routine. Wish number 1 is easy. Next, I wish we were both at the seaside. Come on, Dave, let's swim, I say. It's just not my scene, man, says Dave. What he really meant was he couldn't swim. I've still got 1 wish left, remember? Meet Mike. He swims like a fish.
Yes, I wish I didn't keep losing me birds. Then learn to swim, young man. Learn to swim.
If you can't swim, ask about lessons at your local swimming baths. Do learn to swim. It could save your life.
And you won't lose your birds.
Lose your birds.
I can't remember anything about the visuals from that, but the audio, it did ring a few bells.
Yeah, visually it's, weird cartoons.
Oh, right, okay, cool. I wonder if Harry Styles can swim.
I don't know.
I imagine he can, can't he?
Yeah, Frankie has been a busy boy, as well as recording the winning song for the PRF tribute for May 2026. He created something very special for my daughter, who, amongst her crazy music taste, she likes a bit of everything, and she likes Harry Styles.
Listen very closely to the lyrics here.
Yeah.
Yo. Check it. Harry Styles, he got pounds. 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 Yeah. Harry in the mirror with the cute boy smile. Shirt button open, but he hurting meanwhile. Doctor said, boy, you been sitting too long. Now he wasn't like a duck, trying to still look strong. Got a tube in his hand, says preparation H, but the cap won't twist, he don't got no strength. Mom downstairs yelling Harold was sad. He like, I would do it myself, but I ain't touching my own ass. Oh, Harry Styles, he got piles. Harry Styles, he got piles. Harry Styles, he got piles. Harry Styles, he got piles, yeah. Harry Styles ain't too cool to get the Chalfonts, but he's still trying to dance like the Poundland Prince.
It's not too cool to get the Chalfonts.
Forcing out a grin, but then his mom in the buck and rubber gloving him again. Mama said, hold still, this'll only take a second. He screamed, and it became a hit record. She said, eat more fiber. He said, what? Then he start crying while she ointment in his butt. Oh, Harry Styles, he got piles. Harry Styles, he got piles. Harry Styles, he got piles. Harry Styles, he got piles, yeah. He need a donut pillow and an ice cold cushion. No photos from the rear in case the pap be sussing. He's wincing hard when he ought to be vibing. Can't let TikTok know about them grapes he be hiding. Girls ask why I smell mad medicinal lately. I say it's Creed Venice mixed with menthol, baby. I'm supposed to smell like roses, not the pharmacy aisle, but I got bun cream contrails, follow me for miles. He used to be watermelon sugar high. Now he's pale cream low and a tear in his eye. From London to Tokyo, the legend persists. With one hand on the mic and one clenching his fist. Oh, Harry Styles, he got piles. Harry Styles, he got piles. Harry Styles, he got piles. Harry Styles, he got piles, yeah.
It's infantile, but I think I really like it.
Yeah.
I don't know how he made that, but good job.
I think our legal department would like us to say that there is no truth in the rumours that Harry Styles actually has piles.
Chalfonts. I've not heard the phrase Chalfonts for a while.
Yes, Chalfont St. Giles. Yes.
Very good. Very good.
He's got the farmers. That's I don't think that's in there, but I remember that as from one of my favourite Spike Milligan sketches.
Yes, she knows what his problem is. It's the farmers. Yes, what he needs is preparation. Ouch!
Send your farmers packing with preparation. Ouch.
All right, and that, you know what that is?
I know.
That's my name, isn't it?
I know it is. It is your name, Giles.
Yeah, Giles, Piles.
Giles has got piles.
Okay. And I'm a bit scarred by that from school. So I think we need to move on.
Let's move on. Johnny Domino is the band that we probably spent most of our life in, isn't it, really?
It is. And that's the name of the podcast, because this are
Johnny Domino.
Johnny Domino.
And over the years, we had many people who played with us. And one of the people who played with us was our friend John. He played drums on a lot of our early stuff. And then we just recorded bits and bobs with various lineups of various bands. And he has started recording some new material himself. He bought himself a digital 4-track recorder, and he's started to release it on Bandcamp under the name st.qulty.
st.qulty. It's not spelled like that, though.
No. But we have got the pronunciation straight from John's mouth.
Yeah, but get the link from the show notes, as I keep saying.
Yeah.
And have a listen to some of his tracks. And it's good. I mean, it's good. This is exactly what this podcast's about. It's trying to kind of encourage people to, keep doing stuff, man.
Yeah.
Keep doing stuff. Be creative. Get it out of your system and just do it. And John's done some interesting stuff here. This track that we're going to play is the first one, he says in his message to me, that his partner actually approved of and quite liked. So, he is quite proud of that.
Excellent.
That's why we're going to play it.
This song is called Scale.
Pleasingly kind of nausea-making. I quite liked it.
I don't think it's nausea-making. I like it.
Yeah, no, I meant it kind of made me feel a bit disorientated. I quite enjoyed it.
I think nausea is the wrong word.
All right, but you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does some interesting stuff. There's one on the first EP the name I can't remember. It's got a really weird broken beat, and I really like that one. I think it's track 3 on the first of his recent EPs. But yes, as you say, encouraging creativity in all of its guises.
Yeah.
Against the dying of the light and all that kind of stuff.
Jesus Christ. You always take it there, man. So yeah, John says one of his main influences is Kraftwerk. He loves a bit of cling clang.
A bit of cling clang.
And I went to see Kraftwerk the other night.
Yeah.
At Sheffield City Hall. If you were there, you may have noticed a couple of people in red shirts and black ties, and that was me and DJ Dave. It was a really good night, actually. We had we had a good fun evening out, but Kraftwerk were bloody brilliant, actually. And, Dave said to me, I asked him why he liked Kraftwerk, and he said they were one of the most influential bands ever. And I didn't really think about that before, but they kind of are, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they've kind of sparked a lot of stuff. And their live performances, if you don't know, they're kind of a bit like a mixture between a gig and performance art, really. The sound was amazing. It was really loud. The visuals were cool. They go for a real retro futuristic kind of vibe. We've talked about it before, this kind of nostalgia for a future. We're living in a time where an idea for a future is elusive. And Kraftwerk were from a time really where there was still this kind of idea of a future that we could be heading towards that was kind of exciting.
Yeah.
Their visuals and their sound really hark back to that. The track Space Lab was accompanied by some very clunky animated sort of spaceship footage, like something from Blake 7 or something like that. And then this spaceship kind of lands in front of Sheffield City Hall. So they do a shout out to the venue. It was very entertaining. And incredibly entertaining, really, when you think about the fact that you just sat there watching 4 men standing still at desks, which is really what they do.
Probably they might be doing Football Manager or something.
No, they're definitely, I don't know. I mean, obviously, I think they're performing.
Doing their taxes.
Yeah.
Making tax digital.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. The frustrating thing about it really was it was like a seated venue. And it was quite odd at times. Everyone was sat completely still watching this band play. And the music was, it made me want to move. It was I was really itching. I was swaying the maximum amount I could in my chair without pissing the people off around me, really. And I looked up, and on the balcony, there was a single woman standing at the back of the balcony and dancing. And I was quite jealous, actually, because I was in the stalls and I felt like I was in a position where I couldn't really stand up and dance. And I kind of wished I could have done at that gig, really.
The funky robots.
Really funky, yeah. And, Trans Europe Express was thunderous, absolutely thunderous. And other favourite tracks I really liked were Neon Lights, which is a song that I never really got into, but I loved it. They didn't play Pocket Calculator, which is one of my favourites. I love that one. I think that's the funkiest Kraftwerk song. But yeah, it was brilliant. It was brilliant.
The thing about Kraftwerk is that the funk is between the notes.
Yeah.
The notes are very rigid, but the funk is in the gaps between. And you were talking about they had to create a future. Well, obviously Germany, post World War II, they did have to create a future, and they wanted to create a music which was not Western, but had no relationship to German folk music and German musics of the past. So they did have to find a new way. And that's what's really interesting about that sort of music, because it's a new language. And obviously when hip hop and techno picked up the tools, they took it somewhere else as well. So that's your through line right there.
They were an important band. And at the moment, there's only one surviving original member in the lineup, Ralph Hutter, who is 79. But he was there at the end, and he was cool. The guy was cool, right? For a 79-year-old guy, he looked cool. You could tell he was directing the whole thing. It was brilliant.
He got his taxes done really nice.
On the 90s Derby scene, I just want to be seen. Or the 90s Derby scene, where have you been on the 90s Derby scene? I just want to be seen. What musical cuisine Steve and Giles are going to serve today?
Oh, here we are again.
And as Will's beautiful voice fades away with his theme to the Derby music scene of the 1990s, we're going to be featuring Will with his previous band, Lazer Guided.
Oh, yeah.
We did a few gigs with the band that are known on the Bandcamp page on Artists Against Success as the Indie Shadows.
They were mainly instrumental, I remember.
They were, but this one's got vocals on from Ollie, he of the Eyeliner.
He was the kind of the front man, wasn't he?
Yeah, bass player, singer. Mm-hmm. He was the mover and shaker on the scene as well. He was the one who'd go up and talk to people and spread the good word and stuff. So,
but for a few years in that period in the 90s, they were rocking Derby, Lazer Guided. They were rocking the Derby scene. And as happens with many bands, it all kind of fell apart when I think some of them went to university. But we have the evidence.
We have the wonderful music to keep us warm against the oncoming winter. Sorry, I'm just maybe this is just my mood tonight. But yes, there is a compilation of pretty much everything they recorded available on the Artists Against Success Bandcamp called Flying Discs for Dogs. And this is the first track from it called Cold Inside. And I listened to a little bit of this earlier today. I remember them doing some gigs that we did with them.
Smile on my
There you go. What do you reckon to that?
Lazer Guided. They were a bunch of Sonic youths sounding a bit Sonic Youth. But, nothing wrong with that.
It did take me back to a bit of Daydream Nation, that one did at the end.
Yes, very enjoyable.
Yeah, it was good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and their stuff's on Bandcamp, so if anyone wants to go and listen to some more,
link is in the show notes.
Yes. And that's it for the Derby scene today. We're going to have to go on to another town at some point, aren't we?
I'm sure there's plenty.
The Lincoln scene, something, I don't know. Right, poem.
Let's have a poem.
Well, I've got two, actually, if we've got time. I did say last episode that I was writing a sequence of poems about days of the week, and we're on to Tuesday.
Hey.
My poem about Tuesday is quite short, because I hate Tuesdays.
They are the worst.
Tuesday is not welcome here, so it wanders the empty streets all afternoon, while everyone is occupied, and it breaks forgotten things, leaving behind a trail of small frustrations. There you go.
I could not agree more.
That's Tuesday. And I'm going to go straight into Wednesday. I'm not that keen on Wednesdays, to be honest, but I had a really good Wednesday because I listened to a podcast, and this is about a poem about me listening to a podcast. And I quite often listen to things that deal with philosophy or mindfulness or mental health and things like that. There's loads of stuff out there. Mm-hmm. And it helps me put me in a sort of a better frame of mind sometimes. I think all podcasts can do that. This one's called Wednesday. While listening to a podcast, I was woken to awareness that the world revolves regardless of your wishes or of fairness, and that life is now and here-ness. So now I wonder wistfully why this Wednesday was weirdly better than I ever thought it could or should or might be. Is Wednesday wired for flight? No. It's mid and weak, no offence, G, and it usually stinks, see? But last night, a podcast saved my Wednesday.
Can I ask what the podcast was?
No.
That's fine then.
Because I can't remember.
Ah.
Jingle, 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 jingle.
I want to play another song by Johnny Domino. It's one that we spoke about previously on the podcast. Mm-hmm. I can't even remember when it was. It was very, very early. It may have been
long
episode 2 or episode 3. But there is a reason to play it, and that reason being that your wedding day,
mm-hmm.
It was the same day as our paternal grandmother's birthday.
Yeah, I mentioned that in the speech, didn't I?
Yes, you did. It was a beautiful, beautiful moment. And this was a bit of lo-fi knobbing about that we did, I think 1996.
Yeah.
I was obviously alone in the house, and I did a bit of guitar playing, and you put some faffing about on it.
Yeah. It's weird. Quite often a podcast, we start it off and it doesn't have any cohesive through line, but I'm feeling Sonic Youth is coming through on this one.
Daydream Nation caused a great sensation.
And this is definitely you getting into your sonic groove, shall we say.
Reinvention of the guitar. Might take a while to get started. As John Peel would say, starts a bit quiet, this one. I'd just like to say, sending love and thanks to our very indulgent parents and their deaf neighbours. And the beautiful halcyon days of having amplifiers and a 4-track recorder set up in your bedroom.
Yeah.
Golden days.
That track featured the unique vocals of our grandmother.
Yeah.
It was quite nice to hear her again. She's long gone.
Yeah.
And as I mentioned in my speech, she was a uniquely irritating person, but also very, very loving.
Yeah.
And completely scatty,
yeah.
but also incredibly focused on stuff. And traits that I feel, some of the Woodward clan possibly have inherited.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's absolutely.
Definitely. It's a time capsule of Generation X attitude. It's a documentary on brotherly discord. It's the key to understanding and creativity. It's the This RJOHNNYDOMINOP podcast. Hey, I just wanted to talk about another thing before we wind up.
Go for it.
In the last couple of podcasts, I've been talking about how I'm trying to educate myself and fill a bit of a gap in my musical knowledge of noughties indie bands. Because I kind of missed out on a tranche of guitar music that I had no interest in at the time. I guess it was a point in my life where I was having children, young children.
In the noughties, the
noughties, right? And stuff was going on. And I just really wasn't listening to that much. And last episode, I told you how I'd been digging up the band The Courtineers.
Or The Cortinas.
Yeah.
As they're more widely known.
Yeah. And this week, I've been checking out another band, The Piggy-On Detectives. The Piggy-On Detectives are a band known for raw, conversational, and often blunt lyrics, it says here. And they have a lad-orientated brand of heartbreak, shouty choruses, spoken word banter, and tales of jealousy.
Oi, oi.
Oi, oi. And the key track is a song called I Found Out, which I've listened to a few times, so that you don't have to.
Okay.
And, let me just get it on. Hold on, just pause the podcast a minute. I'm just going to get it on my phone, because this is what you like me to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So it starts off sounding very much like the Sex Pistols. And then it becomes a rewriting of Teenage Kicks by what sounds like some very unsophisticated teenage chimpanzees, possibly. And it's got the most irritating, highly chantable backing vocals that consist of the words going out with, yes, you're going out with.
What are you going out with?
Going out with. Yes, you're going out with. There you go.
God,
so that's the Pigeon Detectives. You never have to listen to them ever again.
So it is the Pigeon Detectives then?
Oh yeah, Piggy-On Detectives.
Thank you. That was absolute horseshit. That was like fresh from a chestnut mare, right into my ear, and I did not really appreciate that.
Okay, well next month there'll be another, I'm sure.
Oh, just bear with me a second. I think the problem with
you've got a bit Norman Collier on me,
kind of like on the track where it's coming from. Just hang on, just bear with me a second. I'm just going to try and do something.
What are you going to do?
Just bear with me a second.
Okay.
Hello.
Oh.
What are you doing? I'm talking to you.
She is.
Am I back in now?
You're back in now.
Did anything weird happen then?
Yeah, there was like a voice, man.
I didn't hear anything.
What? That's a bit spooky.
I didn't hear anything like that.
I think Florence Lillian Sis is on the line. Can ghosts do that?
Who knows?
That's a bit freaky.
Oh, we haven't had anyone tell us what this drum break is. And we did feature that on a Johnny Domino song, and we asked in the podcast last week. So I'm going to keep asking until somebody tells us what it is.
Nobody.
Not a single sausage has come back to us.
Seriously,
very disappointing.
I think we've got some quite passive listeners here.
We need help. Certainly, we need help. We do need help. So yes, if you've got any opinion where that drum break came from. And I've got another question for you. Are you the sort of person who has a favourite film? And if so, what is it?
Oh, I am not the sort of person who has a favourite film.
No.
But if I had to say one, I would probably say the film that I went to see on my 13th birthday, which was Back to the Future. Because I think it is a perfect film.
Solid answer.
Thank you. Okay, we'll be back again with another episode of the This Our Johnny Domino podcast soon. But if you'd like to do us a solid favour, please do share your liking of this podcast with at least one other person, because that would be really nice, and it's a good way of promoting it, because we don't really promote ourselves in any other way. So if you can do that, a bit of word of mouth would be amazing. If you want to get in touch about the drum break or anything else, or send us some music, please do. And we hope that you have a good month, and we'll see you in a few weeks.
Thank you very much.
Please do like and subscribe to our podcast, and recommend it to someone who you think might like listening to all this kind of weird shit. Send us some of your old music and enter the eternal halls of the 4-track gods.
And I feel a whole lot better when you're gone.